last week has been very, very difficult for me. I've had more cravings in the last like 4 to 5 days than I've had in like the last 4 to 5 months, and that's been an absolute shit kicker for me. But it's awesome. I'm super happy for your milestone. That's amazing news. Thank you for sharing that with me. Congratulations. Proud of you. I don't actually know what tonight's gonna look like. I don't really have much mental for writing, and I think that I want to just talk. I want to just chat and have a conversation, kind of unwind, and maybe I will end up doing some writing. We'll see what happens. Hey, Speedy Boy, good to see you. Good to see you. How's your night going? Hopefully good. Yeah, I'm not really feeling much like doing anything today. I've been awake since 10 o'clock last night. So, yeah, like I always say, it's about the 24 hours in front of us. That's exactly what it is. I'm all one day at a time. I think that we can wholeheartedly celebrate our milestones while still keeping our mind on the one day at a time. I'm happy that you hit such a huge milestone. The first of many to come, I hope. What are you doing to celebrate your 1 year? Say you're doing it tomorrow evening. Do you have anything planned? Is it going to be like a get together? Are you doing it kind of on the down low? Or are you celebrating loud? So far, all of my milestones have been kind of at home. My partner is very big about making sure I get the chip and the gift giving aspect of it, which is pretty awesome. I haven't hit the 1 year yet, so I don't know what we're gonna do for that. If I'm gonna do anything, it might just be another good morning. It's day such and such. Not sure. Started doing a little bit of work on my other channel for my magic content. It should be fun. Got some videos posted to it, and it's kind of cool, like starting over again, like seeing the numbers be at zero, and just anxious all over again. It's like when the numbers started coming into this channel, and it was like a reinvigoration of the goal. It's pretty neat. That's what I was doing yesterday, or when I woke up last night. I slept all day. I got up and had breakfast, and I ended up not feeling good, so I went back to bed and didn't get up again until like 10:30 at night, 10 o'clock at night. Oh, here I can make it actually. It's just from my magic content. If you want to see that side of my stuff. Let's see. It's gonna be more like gameplay and the goofy side of me. I don't want to intermingle my gaming and like my magic content with this channel so much, so figured it would be easy to make it a separate thing. Let's see. This. That should work. Hopefully that works. I'm not sure how the links work. Hey, Victoria. Welcome. Hope you're having a good night. Yeah, when I woke up last night, I went into the office room and started messing with my other channel. I actually have been pretty awake most of the day. I hit a wall there at 1 o'clock, just like a few hours ago, right before I made my sobriety video for tonight. I was hitting this kind of mental. I'm not sure about putting it in the channel description. I could maybe probably could. I don't know how many people would be interested in it. Yeah, that's probably not the worst idea. That's awesome, Humboldt. That's really cool that you and your girlfriend are celebrating it on the same day too. Is it? I'm assuming it's a mutual goal. That has to have been helpful. Have somebody work with you, or be doing it with you at the same time. That's really cool. What kind of cake are we getting? What's your cake of choice, Humboldt? Yeah, I don't know about putting it in the channel description, sweetie boy. It's probably not the worst idea. I'm just not sure how much of that I want intermingled, but I already have this kind of a qualm with my BYG poetry that almost all of my subscribers are from my sobriety shorts, and I have very little viewership based on my writing, which it's disheartening, kind of, but at the same time, I'm not posting my sobriety for growth. It's kind of strange to see the dynamic on the back end, like in YouTube Studio, where everything that's kind of rocketed the channel up has been from the sobriety shorts, and my poetry, like what I want the main focus of the channel to be, is kind of just like a thing that I do. Besides the live streams, I think almost like 96 or 97% of people that see my channel are from the shorts. So I don't know if linking a channel that's about a completely different thing to my channel would make much sense. But it's probably not the worst idea. Hopefully the audio is still good. I think we got that mostly figured out in the last stream. It should be decent enough. That's cool though. I hope that you have a wonderful evening and there's much cake cutting and celebration and reflection. It's gotta be super cool. Let's see. Is this worth? I don't actually know. There we go. I was messing with this the other day. Oh, no worries, sweetie boy. Welcome back, welcome back. Yeah, okay, we don't need to put that on. Oh, wrong one. There we go. My second monitor was getting things cleaned up from the other channel. music too loud, everybody? It seems like it might be a little bit louder than last time. Not actually sure. Let's throw this up. Oh, I didn't do a lot of stuff. I turned off a bunch of stuff recording the other content. I'm sorry about that. Didn't get that straightened out here. Oh, you have nothing to apologize for, Speedy Boy. Thanks for coming back. Sorry, I'm not much entertainment tonight. I was hoping there'd be more conversation. I don't have anything really on the agenda other than hanging out and chatting. I know when I'm just stationary, it's hard to be engaged. Like people scrolling through probably aren't going to stop when they see this weird void over here trying to eat me. I suppose let's do some goofy stuff. Just pop this up. Oh, can I move myself? There we go. Let's see, can I do this one? There we go. My audio's low. Yeah, I'm sitting way back in my chair. Should be better now, hopefully. Got my chair scooted a little ways back from the actual machine, so hopefully that helps. I think the audio is just loud too. Yeah, it was like 10 ticks higher than what was normal. So I think I usually have it set here. I had everything moved around recording other content, and I don't. Yeah, okay. We should be fine now. Nothing but the finest sustenance. That's the good stuff. Not sponsored. That's right. You see it here first. Sorry, I had to do a two-handed drink. Just for content, you know? I actually don't know how that works with labels and stuff on stream. I imagine it's probably fine. Yeah, I don't know how this stream's gonna go, but I don't really feel like writing. I feel like playing cards, and this is what I do when my brain is mush. Which is kind of something to say for me as a person. Hopefully with the other channel, if I can get up to 50 subs on it, I'll be able to do live streams of Magic on there. That would be super awesome. We're not there yet, so until then, I'll just do it here and have conversations and hang out. I don't know. I should probably do some writing. I do have a prompt I can work on. Yuck. I don't actually remember if I can win this match. I think I have a card in that helps me, but I'm not actually sure. Oh, never mind. I'm just naturally good at this. Okay. Seems good. I hope everybody's having a good night. Oh, that one's not the one. bunch of stuff that shovels itself in. See if we can grab one of those. I don't think I actually can win this. I can take a bunch of turns, but I don't have a way to actually do anything with it. Down to 11. It's still super hard to hear you. Alright. I'll take my headset off so I actually talk at a normal volume, because that's me probably mumbling. I've got music and game audio in my ears, so I'm probably being very quiet. Quiet, you just can't hear? Or am I actually just muted? Unmute. This should be better. Here. We'll try and maneuver. See if this helps. This is the only thing I have left to do. Yeah, I did lower the music audio a little bit. 1 second. Out of here, because I cut the music in half. Yeah, I just slid the mic a little ways forward. I had to move the keyboard out of the way. It's at the edge of the desk now, so that's as far as as close as I can get it without me like leaning in any further. So yeah, I'll turn this crap off and we can have a conversation. Yeah, so I do not feel like writing tonight. I feel like kind of mush. I've been having a lot of cravings the last few days, and I caught myself like really thinking about how good it would be to like pour myself a drink 2 days ago, and I don't really know why. Like the day wasn't any shittier, wasn't any crappier than the rest of the week. The last month has just been really, really long. A lot of work, a lot of this stuff. And I don't really know. Like, I don't want it, but it started off as a joke, thinking about how good it would be. And I was like, man, why am I even joking about this? But I think it's valuable, and it shows at least being able to think about it and identify it, talk about it in that way. And I think it's an identifier that I'm just in kind of a weird mood. Like yesterday, I slept all day. That's not really like me. I think I've got something going on, either in my brain or in my body, and just, I don't know. I've been feeling kind of weird. I should probably grab my notebook and do some writing, because that's what you're supposed to do when you feel weird, but I don't really feel like doing that right now. I don't know. I want to put the camera on because I want to talk to people. Oh, yeah, no Fallout beanie. Yeah, I had the other hat on because I started my other channel, which is all magic themed, so I was wearing my magic hat while I was at my computer earlier. This is my other one. I'm feeling all right, Cody. I mean, I'm doing good. It could be worse. Oh yeah, I have quite a bit of hair, Supergirl. I've got like more than a little bit, less than a lot. No, I was just kind of talking about that, Cody. I've been feeling kind of weird the last like week. Last month has been super long and super draining, and like it's really gotten to me the last couple of days. Hey, Richard, good to see you. Good to see you. Welcome. That's why I'm just kind of wanting to sit and talk and chat. Maybe just kind of have a conversation tonight. Like, I feel like if I try to write anything, it'll end up being an exploration of my bad mood. Like I've gotten pretty good at bringing myself out of being in a bad mood, but when I write and I'm in this headspace, it tends to be some of the darker parts of my writing, and I don't really feel like reading that or sharing that or putting that on display right now. I don't want to give that part of my mind any more power than it already has over me. Well, yeah. So when I want to turn my brain off and not write and not do that stuff, I usually play Magic or mess with my Magic cards or try to make sense of the make sense of the chaos of my brain. Shooting bugs and Helldivers may help. That could help. I mean, it's been known to help. That sounds like getting to spend time with my friends in a video game, which I could be about. I've been playing Hades. I picked that up while it was on sale, and that game has been a lot of fun. I'm not very good at it, but it's fun. I started recording content for the Magic channel so I could tell myself I'm working while I'm playing the game that I want to play. That's been fun too. It's been kind of an exploration, doing things that I don't usually do and trying to talk about it along the way. Yeah, I mean that's what you kind of have to do, Cody. Like, art and urges, we're only human, it'll pass. Just keep on keeping on. Yeah. Yep. That's It's hard, man. Like I know what I'm supposed to do. I understand it. But that doesn't make it any easier. You know what I mean? And that's not me trying to be defensive to what you said. I appreciate the kind words, sincerely. It's just hard, man. I hold myself to a pretty high standard in every aspect of my life. I wish that I didn't have to take breaks from doing the things that I love to do, and I wish that I could just sit here with my camera on and talk to you all day. Write my books, write my poetry, read my poetry, not have to think about random other shit that doesn't even apply to me outside of W2. I've been feeling like I've been... Hey, Richard. Sorry, I don't know if my audio came through with your last message. I saw you say hi. I hope you're having a good night. Is this the same Richard, or is this a different one? I don't recognize that photo. Where are you at driving tonight, Richard? I'm very thankful for the community that has been developed around this channel. Absolutely. I feel bad that I can't maintain any kind of consistency around the channel. I could be writing right now. I want to just turn on my game and play my game and sit here and feel like I'm not talking to myself. So it's kind of like a captive audience, but you get to choose to be here and you can leave whenever you want, I suppose. I know this isn't the most riveting content, and I'm not exactly myself tonight, but I'm doing my best. I'm still having trouble hearing you, bro. My tablet sucks, but I could hear you last time. Um, I've done the things that I can do. I'm not entirely sure what else I can do then. Let me try and I can try to turn the mic up, but I'm pretty sure it's above maximum right now. Yeah, I mean, Supergirl. I'm not sure what the audio issue might be. Um, I can try to turn myself up a little bit, but I think my audio is as good as it's gonna get. Let's see. See if that's any better. I did turn it up as much as I can. I'm at the maximum for my threshold with my current settings. Well, I had it all figured out the last time we were doing the stream. I had the mic basically set up just the way I wanted, and it's not cutting out, is it? It's just like really quiet. Is it still really quiet? Let's see if this makes any difference. Testing, 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 testing. Fluxes between super loud and super quiet. Yeah, that's the thing we were messing with before when I had the audio was fighting with itself. You to automatically adjust the volume. Testing? Why are you being such a turd ball? Even now with me not talking, I can see it just kind of fluttering, but even when I'm speaking, it's not picking me up very well. Just a second, everybody. I will maybe reset my mic. Okay. I'm not sure what's going on with my mic. Okay. Yeah. It's something is reset with my actual hub of it. That's fucking annoying. Testing. No. Okay. I'm not sure why it's being such a pain in the ass tonight. I did have it figured out. I wonder if it's getting backfeed from, well, there. Now it seems like it's picking me up just fine, maybe even too much. Let me know if I'm too loud now. Sorry for the janky audio, everybody. Looks like it's finally picking me up at reasonable level. Works too good now. Okay. Move you guys back a little bit. No, you shouldn't have to turn me down. That's... Yeah, okay. So let me maybe tune this down just a touch. Okay, let's see if this works now. Is this still too loud, or is this some more reasonable level? Oh, I don't think you're complaining, Supergirl. I'm sorry that this is being an issue. It was a programming thing with the gate and the noise cancellation on the Logitech hub for the mic that I use, and it was driving me kind of insane. I spent a lot of time getting it real fine-tuned before the last stream, and I thought we had figured it out, but apparently it's just defaulted back to what it was before, which is really annoying to me, because I haven't had any updates. I haven't had any changes to the system. It's definitely peaking. It's still peaking? Yeah, I mean, it's sitting here just picking up me breathing now. I fucking hate this microphone. I mean, the microphone's probably fine. I'm just a dumbass. Like, I need to get one of those audio mixers that you guys were talking about. Okay, let's see if this works any better. I'm going to move the mic back to where it was. And then we're going to have a normal conversation and everything's going to be fine. No one's going to get their eardrums blown out. Everybody's going to be able to hear me just fine. I'm going to lean way back here and we're going to do a test. Testing. I have my decibel level set to -12 right now because I'm tuning it down because people were saying it's peaking. So I have that set to negative. But that's in the hub. So here, actually, maybe we can do this as a group. Let's make this a group effort. It's loading. Okay, so now can I share this page? I can. All right, share. All right, let me go in here to my settings. So these are the same settings that I have before. I can see the way I'm talking right now, I'm not quite getting into the peak line, but it's basically there. From my understanding, this is about perfect. Looking at the activity on the input and the output levels, it should be right in the middle, right in the happy zone. Everything should be working exactly the way it's supposed to. And I'm using one of their presets because I didn't want to monkey with it. I'm using this crisp and warm preset to try to come across like a radio announcer. Okay, that's okay. Maybe I just had to open the G Hub to freak it out, make it think I was going to turn it off or something. Yeah, it's proximity based, so when I lean back, it should be a little bit harder to pick up on. And if I lean in really close, it gets really, really, really deep. Okay. Well, it kind of sucks that I don't have a like dedicated spot for it. I appreciate you, Supergirl. Thank you for hanging in there with me. Close this. There we go. There, now that we've got that hurdle out of the way, I appreciate it. Oh, keep the hub open. Yeah, that's probably not the worst idea. My shirt mic doesn't have a place to plug into my computer. It's an iPhone jack mic. When I'm streaming from my PC, this is my option. I have this or my headset mic, but to plug my headset in, I've got to unplug my camera. And my camera has a microphone built into it, but it is an absolute piece of dog shit. So it's worse than this one. But I think this one should work okay now. We'll be adding a Go XLR to list of equipment that I need. What is this? All right. Take that off. All right. My mic is getting muted for just a moment, just while I leave the room and the dogs are going to start screaming. So, mic's getting muted. I'll be right back. Okay, everybody, we're back. Yeah, I appreciate all of the advice there, Cody. Hopefully, it's still working. Looks like it is in the hub. I mean, it doesn't look like I'm blowing anybody's eardrums out. Let's write some poetry. Let's get a couple of prompts in the chat if I can get that. I need to do something, and if I don't do anything, I'm just gonna sit here and play Magic off screen. So even if it is moody and dark, probably better than doing nothing and just staring at my camera. Let's see. I've got a few prompts left on the list, but I think these have all been written. The last one I had was pizza, and I think we did that one already. I'm in a different notebook now. Warm lap, hot hands. Okay, interesting. I appreciate the context. Finding balance is another one we can add to the list. Finding balance in life, and that's from Alice. Let's see, 5415. That's a very noble goal, Supergirl. Finding balance in life is a very good prompt. Warm laps. Oh, sorry, warm lap? Yeah, okay. Not plural on the laps, just plural on the hands. That's what I'm working on now, and we'll do finding balance in life after this one. So it should come out okay. Hey, Jill. Hope you're having a good evening. Hey, Max. How's your evening going? Well, I guess evening for me, whatever time of day it is for you. I hope it's going well. Welcome, welcome. Hey, Amber Rose. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you. I am a perfect second monitor or background creator. Hmm. Yeah, that doesn't sound like the best business practice, Cody. That's the Walmart method or the Starbucks method. Yeah, that sounds about right. And that's time 61:55. Yeah, no, I appreciate you tuning in, Amber Rose. That's exactly why I turned the camera on tonight. I was not I wasn't really in a writing mood when I started. I was just sitting here talking, playing a game on the other monitor, and just kind of in my own little headspace, and just didn't want to feel like I was talking to myself. Let's do a read back. This is the prompt Warm Lap, Hot Hands from 7 Up is Better. I wrote this poem in 7 minutes and 40 seconds. The blanket I never asked for, warm to the touch. Though I'd rather you stay on the floor, I would never say as much. I'd swear those paws were made of lead, fur so thick I can barely breathe. Not a single thought in your head, aside from the comfy giver of treats. I never have to worry about my legs growing lonely, hardly a chance to grow cold. Something about a dog in the lap just feels homely. Even if I gripe, it never gets old. Hopefully the audio hung tight for that one. It looks like I've got some weirdness happening on my outputs. Do you have any advice for someone having trouble starting the sobriety journey? So my advice and what worked for me is identify your whys. When you feel yourself sitting with the urge to drink or to consume or do any kind of substance, identify your why. Why do you feel like that? What is that substance going to give you? And what I ended up doing, because I got so tired of waking up with shame and guilt, I wrote myself a letter. I wrote a letter to alcohol, to drunk me, to alcohol, however you want to phrase it. I wrote myself a letter talking about how everything I wanted in my life that alcohol had kept from me and was keeping me from achieving. And I wasn't very kind to myself, so I wouldn't recommend that route, but it's what I did, and it's what worked for me. Write yourself a letter and read it whenever you feel that urge to drink. I told myself if I wanted to drink, I had to read that letter and still want to. It's worked for me. I made it a week, and from the week, I was really struggling on day 7, day 8, and I started posting my sobriety check-ins. That's where they started. That's why they start on day 8 on my channel, because I was trying anything to help with my own accountability and just make it known to the public. But any advice for someone that's just getting started or having trouble starting is identify your why. You've got to figure out why you're having trouble starting. What is the thing that keeps pulling you back? What is the thing that you're seeking? Whether that be relaxation, if you are an anxious consumer, if you have FOMO, if you can't hang out around your friends because they're drinking and you want to, identify your why. You have to know your why before you can figure out what route will work best for you is trying to navigate it. Otherwise, you'll keep falling into the same habits and not really understanding why. So that's my biggest advice. If you want someone to talk to, Lucas, if you are looking for a community and a place that's super welcoming for questions and just having a conversation, the Discord link on my channel page will take you to the Sober Poet Society. We are a pretty small community, but everyone in there is a very helpful person to talk to if you're having a hard time. There's people in there almost all hours of the day that will reach out and be available. I'm not trying to volunteer anyone else's time. I'm sure everybody lives their own lives and stuff, but it's been a pretty cool space. And we have a spot for testimonials. We have a spot for sobriety questions, a spot for non-alcoholic alternatives, like drink choices, food choices, activity choices, like things you can do. But yeah. And good luck. The fact that you're asking that question or asking for sobriety advice is a very huge step. Like, I'm proud of you for that. even if you're not on day one, if you're on day whatever. Like, I'm proud of you for wanting to seek that advice, because that is a huge thing. Like that in itself shows more strength than a lot of people realize. All right, we're going to move on to finding balance in life. And I believe this was for... I wrote Alice, but I might be wrong. I'm pretty sure that was the name that I remember, Supergirl. Please correct me if that's incorrect. I can just put Supergirl for now. We'll start this one at 6807. Thank you, Amber. I appreciate that. It's the best advice I can give. It's the stuff that I've lived through and the stuff that I've had to deal with personally, so. I feel like when I have the headphones on, I'm talking very quiet, so I'm going to take those off. I have to have a teenage flashback for this one. What's that song? Teenage Dirtbag. There we go. This is a very teenage aesthetic of mine. EUC vibes. Sober how long now? I'm on day 209 today. Coming up on 210 in a few hours, but as of right now, 209 days. Hey, Bubblegum. Appreciate you. It says, I just looked. There's not a Facebook page for Sober Poet Society. We should start one. I have a BYG Poetry Facebook page. That's where my Facebook presence is, on BYG Poetry. It's not a bad idea to start one for the Sober Poet Society. That's a good page name for sure. UC Vibes asks, do you have more energy throughout the day, and do you dream at night more now? So I have never been a visual dreamer. I have always been a loading screen sleeper. I go to sleep and I wake up in the same 2 seconds to my brain. I close my eyes and my alarm goes off. There's no visual, there's no anything for me. As far as energy throughout the day, like, I'm usually my most energetic in the morning. Like, I wake up and I've got my big burst of let's go do the day, and then my coffee wears off and I'm back to being a, make it through the day person. But I feel a lot better waking up in the morning. That's one of the big differences. Yeah, I hope you do too, UC Vibes. Like, it's worth it. It's worth it to me. It has been, and I think that it's possible for anyone that's willing to try it. Like, the method that I use, writing, creative writing, poetry, like that's what works for me. It's how I'm able to sustain it and how I'm able to make sense of my emotions when the things are driving me to be in that negative space where I would previously go looking for a drink. Like, I write, I read, I communicate, I talk to people. The community that's grown around this page has helped me a lot too, but writing is where I started, and writing was my foundation for getting to where I am now. and it's been a constant for me in my journey. So if you have any questions or you want to talk about your journey or where you're at, feel free to ask. I'm more than happy to have a conversation about what's worked for me or where I'm at. I think there's a lot of stereotypes about people not wanting to talk about their sobriety because they're full of shame or it's a shameful subject. And I just don't think that that's true. I think there's a lot of people going through life that are under the impression that they're weak because they can't get sober or they let addiction rule their lives. And that's not true either. You're not weak. And I think that feeling isolated is one of the biggest things that alcohol and any substance really makes you feel. It makes you feel like you're cut off from everyone that might be there to support you and that you're a fool for thinking that they care. And it's just not true. There's so many people that you've never met that don't even know your name that care about you. Sobriety and addiction are things that everyone in their life has either been around, whether they realized it or not, or experienced firsthand. And I think if we start talking about it and bringing it to light, then it'll be a lot less of a weight on people's lives. I feel like I've got such a resting bitch face right now. Like I'm just in a very serious sour puss face. I catch myself on the camera and just Jesus. Thanks for a good thumbnail. Yeah. Yeah, I figured out with StreamYard, unless you schedule the stream ahead of time, I don't get to pick a thumbnail until after it goes live into YouTube Studio. So, like, I don't know, I probably won't even list this stream on the channel. Like, I'll take the watch hours from being live, but then I probably won't leave it posted just because it's kind of all over the place. It's really scattered. I hear you better without the headphones. Yeah, I catch myself talking louder without the headphones. So when I have headphones in, I myself am a very soft-spoken person, and it happens a lot on airplanes where I won't raise my voice because I think I'm being really loud. But having my headphones on and I have the microphone studio thing pulled up on my other monitor, so I'm watching the output levels, and when with my headphones on, they I see that I'm speaking softer. I mean, me wearing the headphones. Oh, gotcha. Okay. I'm not sure how that works then. I'm not sure what your audio output is or what device I'm on for you. That seems odd. I know when I have my big headphones on, I do speak softer. My brain is not braining right now. Okay, that's going to be time. Okay, we got a little carried away there, but that's okay. 37. Okay, sorry, I'm probably getting a little soft-spoken again. Ooh, it's time for the sun. Ta-da! There's a sun picture right there. Right there. That's the sun. Appreciate that, Supergirl. Okay, this is Finding Balance in Your Life for Supergirl/Alice. I thought chaos was my happy place. I thought the turmoil made me interesting. Turns out that has never been the case. Chaos is simply all I remember seeing. Home wasn't for safety, but for shelter. Under the bed, a bunker from the kitchen artillery. Aren't children supposed to feel secure with their elder? All I ever knew was combat, an emotional distillery. That's why I am my home's peace now, the adult that shelters his loved ones from the storm. I spent a lifetime surviving a chaos not my own, so now I protect my calm without remorse. Yeah, I think that's pretty fitting. Not much of a stream content if I'm reading like this, though. I'm sorry for the main. Yeah, Jill, it's been all right as far as that goes. I don't know if you've been watching from the beginning, but I was kind of real scattered all over the place when stream got started. Trying to bring it back together with some writing at least. Thanks, everybody. Now let's see. See if I missed anybody. Don't think I did. I think we're still on track. Thanks, Jill. Appreciate you. Thanks, Bird. Squaw. That needs to be a soundboard at some point. Oh, man. Okay. I'm probably going to do 2 more poems, and that's probably going to be my jumping off point. If I can get 1 more prompt or 2 more prompts if we've got 2 from chat. Oh, don't worry. I'll save the squads for the Bird Ninja Discord. Is Hades the other little man? Not little man, but the other chicken? That's funny. Okay, let's pop this up. Well, that's why she's squawking. She doesn't want to be in the house. I'm an outside chicken, Bird Ninja. I'm an outside chicken. I'm a pepper too. Yeah, I've got this. And we've got the reserves. We're doing. Oh, gotcha. That's the one that was getting after your hand on that one TikTok. She's so mad. Yeah, I don't usually have 2 liters in the house, Jill. It's just for D&D. And my Dungeons and Dragons idiots didn't drink all my soda, so now I have to drink it. It's just the rules of it. If it's in the fridge, I'm gonna drink it. Soda. We're just talking about soda. In case anybody's just tuning in. Yeah, I mean I agree with you. I'm pretty sure that our D&D party single-handedly keeps Dr. Pepper in business in the state of Alaska. We go through a lot of Dr. Pepper, especially on D&D night. Oh, that's fair. It is my fault. The last time I tried to get you all to use my dishes, there was so much distrust about the dishes being dirty. That's just Robert, though. Mr. Anderson. I'm going to do my own poem here. $91.15. All right. Is the poem going to be about me being thrown off a mountain? No. No, that'd be a good prompt, though. That'll be one of the bard tales that comes up in the campaign. Hey, Bree. I'm all right. I'm doing my best. We're gonna be wrapping up here in like the next half hour or so. Yeah, it's been pretty long. I'm coming up on like 20 hours awake. I've been up since 10 o'clock last night, so I'm feeling it. I was thinking about taking a nap after work and decided to just push through so I could get back to like a normal schedule so my sleep schedule wasn't continuously screwed up all week. But I was working like days and nights split in the middle of the week for 2 weeks, and my sleep schedule was just all kinds of screwed up. Oh, that's okay, Supergirl. Welcome back. I hope that you liked the poem. Oh, I've still got 2 more poems to go. I'm gonna go. I'll get off stream and then we'll get some rest later on tonight. But I've still got a couple poems left to go. I've got another half hour or so of stream. 45 minutes, half hour, probably closer to half an hour. I need self love. I took a whole day of that. That was yesterday, and it feels good. I did a lot of shit that I wanted to do this morning, like overnight, since I got up last night. It's good. My mental is okay. It's better than I would expect it to be. find balance. I see what you did there. I could not pull more than 24 like at age 27. John's been a workhorse the last few weeks. I knew what you meant, Joe. I appreciate you stopping in, Brie. I hope you get some good sleep and have a restful evening. We'll see you next time. Good night. Mr. Memes says, I will subscribe. I appreciate you. Thank you for the engagement. I notice you, Mr. Memes. I will have a pleasant conversation with you. You don't need to spam or do any of that nonsense. My channel's not that big. I see you. You don't have to subscribe just so I say your name. Yeah. So the way that I look at it, Supergirl, as long as I can keep my eyes open, then like streaming is my relaxation time. I love doing this. I love this stuff. Like, this is the thing that I wish I could do all day. Like, I wish that I could make a living writing and doing this and just making the world a better place a little bit at a time, but that's okay. The watch time is a very big thing. I appreciate you being here for the whole time and just watching. That helps the most, actually. One day. Yeah. Yeah. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you, Supergirl. You have a massive channel compared to me. I mean, it's inflated because of my shorts, Mr. Memes. It's not like I have like maybe 30 or 40 people that routinely interact with me. It's just a big sub number, but that's just a vanity metric. It's not a real measure of the channel for sure. I mean, sure, it is like it's a YouTube metric. Sure, if you want to put stock in it, there's that. Yeah. There's a lot of this channel or a lot of this stream that I won't be talking, Mr. Memes. I'm a writing channel. So I'm writing in my book and then I do a read back of what I write. So there's usually a long stretch. Usually about 10 to 15 minutes while I'm writing a poem. Hey, Aaron. Good to see you. Good to see you. No one likes people who try too hard or are fake, and a lot of channels get too big, and that breaks even some of the best streamers. Yeah. No, Mr. Memes. So I write prompt poetry. So I take prompts from chat and I take about 10 to 15 minutes and I write a short poem using that prompt, and then I do a read back and see what everybody thinks, see where I've landed, and then we move on to the next prompt. And right now I'm working on one that I gave myself. So I'll do a read back of that, and then I'll be taking one more prompt from chat before stream ends. Stream's going to end here in about 15 minutes, so I've got time for one more poem. Oh, no worries. You have nothing to apologize for. I'm not sure if you have a delay for chat at all, but it's should be pretty live action if you're watching live. That's time. 105:37. Okay, so this poem is a prompt that I gave myself. It's called Nighttime, and I wrote it in 14 minutes and 18 seconds. Almost every night when my mind tries to empty, I think of my name not existing. The thought of that eventuality rocks me, sets my pulse racing, cursing, resisting. It's not fair that life plucked me from the ether, delivered me to my mother wailing, only for a day to come when I can't see her. Why couldn't I have been left in the abyss sailing? I've screamed at ceilings, floors, even windshields, when these thoughts have tapped me on the shoulder. I'm reminded of my future, one of many corpses in the fields, growing ever closer, one day at a time, ever older. All right, there's my prompt. Let's get something happy in here. Boofta boofta. That feels good to get out. Oh man. Okay. Sure, yeah. If there's anything you'd like a poem written about, Mr. Memes. Yeah. That's what I was talking about before when I was talking about not really wanting to write. It's like that's where my mind's at right now, and that happened to me Saturday night. So I've talked about it a little bit on the channel before, but I have super bad anxiety attacks when it comes to like thinking about my eventual death. Like it scares the shit out of me, wakes me up. It'll wake me up out of a dead sleep, and there's no going back to sleep when that happens. That's why I sleep with YouTube on or some kind of background noise, something to give my brain to focus on while it's sleeping. But yeah, that's kind of where it's at, and like how it feels. But that's not a super happy thing, and it is what it is. I mean, it's a thing that I live with and deal with. Like, I had what was called stress-induced insomnia as a teenager. Like, I wouldn't go to sleep because I was scared I wouldn't wake up. And it just kind of has continued into my adult life. It's one of the reasons why I drank at such an early age to such copious consumption. I was using it as a crutch to try to get to sleep. Yeah. Yeah. Did we lose Mr. Memes? I would. So I can do both. That's one of the things I actually really like doing, Mr. Memes. But I'm only going to be streaming for like another 10 minutes, so I can stretch that out a little bit. If we make it into a poem, I can do stream for however long it takes me to write that other poem. And if I stop to talk to chat, then I'm on a little bit longer. A lot of this channel and a lot of the interaction in chat is usually between chat itself, more so than just me. Anxiety is the prompt. Oh man. Hmm. Well, I appreciate that. I don't think that I'm very standoutish, but I'm just me. Go with the goofy one. Oh man. Okay. So there's some context that needs to be associated with the goofy one for those of you in chat that aren't part of my D&D campaign. Fazim is a character's name that plays a wild magic sorcerer in my campaign. So this character uses magic, and the way that we've been playing it is every time he uses magic, something crazy happens. And he is on like a couple of different organizations like most wanted lists because of the magic that he's created. His magic is very unstable and it does very funny things, goofy things. Like he's got some trademark moves, but yeah. All right, we can do our best to write one about Fazim. We'll call this one. It is definitely game breaking a lot of the times. Yeah, during the game, one of the things that happened with his magic was his character was only able to communicate by rhyming, and if he didn't rhyme, then it would just come out as gibberish. And then in the middle of this boss fight, all of a sudden, one of the party members is just like saying gobbledygook things that kind of rhyme to communicate. It was very funny. You should rhyme in your prompt. Yeah, my poetry usually rhymes. You don't have to be defensive about your spelling of words, Mr. Memes. No one is judging you. Raider J says, how's sobriety? I'm pretty happy with it. The last week has been kind of a lot more urges in the last week than I've had in like the last 4 or 5 months. So I'm having a lot of respect for it. It's been good. I think it's worth it. Do I have any merch? I have stickers, but they're not for sale anywhere right now. And I have a book if you'd like to purchase one of my books. That's on Amazon. The link is on my channel page. And there's going to be a prompt book coming out from the prompt poems that we write on stream as soon as I can get cover art figured out and get the barcode picked up. Brandon J says, I'm thinking of it. Well, I think it's worth it. But it's not for me to decide for you. I think that you have to want it and that you have to decide that it's time and right for you. It took me a lot of time and a lot of trial and error to figure out that I'm not just have a couple. I'm not a just have a couple kind of person. I can't just have one or two. And it's it's a realization that I had to come to for myself. Thinking of it as a good first step. I think it's a lot more than a lot of people ever give it. So if you have any questions or want to talk about it or need inspiration, feel free to reach out or join the Discord link that's in the channel page. That's the Sober Poet Society. It's a great resource for people getting started. Hey, I appreciate you, Prater. Thank you very much. Quitting smoking is a very noble thing to be doing, man. That's hard. I've got a lot of friends that are in a I won't say hard place with it, but I've got a lot of friends that are trying to cut back. I mean, all of the links to my things you can buy that support me are on my channel page, Mr. Memes. I have a book that's published, and I have a Ko-Fi that you can check out. There's stuff there if you'd like to support me that way. That's what I have right now. If you want to subscribe and be a Ko-Fi member, I do custom poetry. It's like $10 a month, and I'll write 2 poems a month just for you. You can request them whenever you want, and you will be the only one that has them. I appreciate you, Supergirl. Thank you for chiming in with that. I mean, if you can see me on the video, Mr. Memes, you can see that I'm looking down and writing. It's pretty safe to assume that I'm still here. I don't know if you're watching or just listening, but obviously watching, if you're typing, is my method of thinking there. And I answered your previous message, so I'm not sure what you're needing from me. Okay, I don't understand if they meant in chat or in IRL. I'm not sure. Okay, I'm gonna go back to writing. I appreciate you, Mr. Memes. I mean, the link is on my channel page. It's a KDP link to my book. It looks like this. It's a little tiny book. It's only $5. No, that's not. I don't think you're causing a scene at all. It wasn't what I was trying to say. I'm trying to make sense of chat, and I just didn't understand talking to my friend. I wasn't sure if you were talking in chat with them or not. There we go. There's a link to it from the mod. Thank you, Bird Ninja. I should get those things shortcutted set up while I'm at my home streaming setup. I haven't set any of those shortcuts up because I usually stream from my phone when I'm not home. Yeah, I think that commands I should probably look into that. I'll have to look up setting those things up on StreamYard. I imagine they're probably the same. Yeah, I definitely think so. Nightbot. Would that run? I'll have to ask you about that. If that runs just in the stream itself, or is that something that has to be set up with like OBS or Streamlabs or something? I remember using it for Streamlabs, but that was when I was streaming on Twitch, which is just a little different. So I imagine it works probably the same. I'm just not super up to date on it. And that's time 2:04, so 1:24:41. So we wrote this poem in 12 minutes and 41 seconds. Nope, that's a super quick way to get yourself timed out, friend. Don't do this. I will just time you out, and if you do it again, I will just hide you from the channel. I appreciate you being here, but this is not the place to self-promote or beg for subscribers. That's your warning. Please don't do that again. This is a poem for Fazim, one of my D&D players who's a wild magic sorcerer. Magic does crazy things around this character, so I don't know if anyone in chat will fully get this other than Bird Ninja, but that's okay. Like a heavily weaponized magician, what comes out of the hat, no one knows. Breaking news, it's just in. Where this man walks, extra limbs grow. Loyal to the whirlwind of effects, every spell comes buy one, get 3 free. Guys, I was just trying to open this chest. Fazim, that's a full-grown fucking tree. Are those clouds on the horizon? Looks almost like waves at sunset. Are those carp falling on the mountain? Fazim, I think you need to rest. Thank you for that prompt, Bird Ninja. I appreciate the goofy. I appreciate the goofy. That was a good palate cleanser after my downward spiral poem. Yeah, I'll have to do that. I'll have to get it. I'll write it in some script. Oh, you're good, Mr. Memes. Like that. I don't have anything posted until that gets said, so you're not. You're fine. I should make a thing. I need to look at how that works of like the little pop-up that people click through to join chat and filler words and stuff. But that's going to be it for me, folks. I'm going to wrap up stream here and probably put on an episode of a show and try to get some sleep. Hopefully I don't see you all until tomorrow. We'll see if I fail and if I come back on. As much as I would love to just leave my camera on for those watch hours, I'm probably going to end stream, and I hope that you all have a good rest of your evening. We'll see you next time. I'll give chat a second to catch up here before I actually end the stream and see if there's any last minute things. But I appreciate you, everybody. I feel like I have a very bad habit of that. I'm like, okay, I'm done, and then I end stream before I give people a chance to say anything back. I'll try to be better about that in the future. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow. Probably in the morning for my check-in, and then I'm going to try to stream tomorrow night too. It'll probably be in the camper tomorrow night. So we'll see you all then. Have a good night.